that? Jesus, are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. I'm sorry.
Everything's fine, Ben.
Everything's not fine. We need to figure out how this happened. We just lost everything.
Well, we're lucky as shit to have this RV.
And nobody died.
Pat's head is split
I'm
open.
fine.
Somebody in here caused this.
Settle down back there. The bandits have had our number for weeks.
This is different. Somebody was working with them. Whoever it was slipping them our meds. They didn't get their last package, so they attacked.
Calm down back there. That's nuts.
Lee found a bag of supplies hidden outside the wall.
It's true.
So, Carly, is there something you want to say?
Please,
We have to get it out of you then.
back off.
You're in no position to make demands.
Whoa, 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 you're just pointing fingers.
I didn't just come up with this. I've had my suspicions.
Probably not the best time, Lily.
Carly's trustworthy. She's not a traitor, Lily.
Thank you, Lee.
She can fight her own battles. Unless there's something going on here that implicates you both.
Don't be ridiculous.
Like, look, maybe we should vote or something like that.
Vote? What?
Just look. Carly's a stand-up gal, and maybe this was all just a
We
mistake.
need to look at the facts. Let's calm down, we'll eat, and we'll deal with it.
Yeah, let's do that.
Lily, stop waving the finger at everybody. We know something's going on, and we can get to the bottom of it if we keep our heads.
I know what we found.
I know, Lily. I know.
Nobody was stealing anything.
Was it both of you?
What?
I've seen you two together. Was it both of you?
Okay, now, I guess it's time for me to bring this part up. So here's the thing about this specific scene. I don't think anybody that went through this gave this enough credit if you allow Carly to survive the drugstore instead of Doug. So let me bring this up as best as I can explain it. So let's say, for example, let's say you let Doug survive the drugstore instead of Carly. Lily is not in any way, shape, or form gonna blame Doug for anything. She's got nothing against Doug. She has no reason to suspect him, and she's gonna very, very, very much focus purely on Ben. Rightfully so, but we don't get to actually resolve that issue because Telltale wanted to drag Ben out. Now, here's where the part gets serious. If you allow Carly to survive instead of Doug, for some reason, you know what I'm saying, she's digging in harder on Carly than she does on Ben. Ben, who is the most obvious culprit. Now, here's where I want to put this out. Lily is not digging at Carly because she thinks she did it. When it comes to Carly in this story, it's not about those stolen supplies. It's about Lee, believe it or not. See, the truth about this whole situation is Lily has a surface level, interest in Lee. And Carly has a more direct interest in Lee. But Lee, as the story goes, he gives a bit more sweetheart energy towards Carly. And Lily has caught on to that more than one occasion, even though the camera or scenes don't convey it. So now that we've killed off her father, rightfully so, because who the hell likes Larry? Now she's in more of a spiteful energy. She's only attacking Carly because, she wants to get back at Lee, and she has a low-key interest in him. So her energy comes off as, if I can't have my father, then then Carly can't have her lover. Because the one thing nobody knew about other than Lee was that Doug was interested in Carly, and Carly was interested in Doug. But Doug is dead, and we moved on since those 3 months ago. So whatever is whatever, right? But she did notice how well Lee and Carly get along and how well they bond. And she didn't like it even when her father was alive. That's why at the end of the first episode, what did Larry ask me about? He asked me if I was interested in his daughter. Why the fuck would I be interested in a female Larry? Make that make sense. Why, would you be interested in a female Larry? So the thing about it is, even if you let Doug survive, and let's say because you did want to have some kind of, relationship with someone, so you did lean more towards Carly and you put up with her bullshit ass father Larry. Let's say you tried to save Larry and, you sided against Kenny the whole way through. You let her get back on the RV after Doug saved Ben, and then she gets out of her restraints when y'all get to the train station, and she's like, I want you to come with me, even though she's bullshit. Well, that's where those things kind of get stupid, because why would Lily just be making that shit up if you said yes? Because the fact is, Lily is, if you side with her, Lily is genuinely interested in Lee and prefers his leadership, so she can scale down a little bit. So she absolutely comes to you, when things get complicated. Even though she's still her father's apologist, she's gonna treat you sweeter because she wants you to be her focus. But see, Carly is Lee's focus, and she doesn't like it. And she knew her father was the cock block of the story for her. For her side of the story, Larry was the cock block in every way possible. Nobody wants her, nobody likes her, and everybody's done putting up with his bullshit and her making excuses for it. Now, if you think that I'm wrong for what I'm saying, drop that bad boy in the comments after this live post, gets completed. I want to know your thoughts on this. Okay, let's get back to it.